Welcome to St. Lucie Public Schools Transportation Department, driving students to success. In this presentation, we will focus on the Medicaid bubble sheet process. The purpose of this procedure is to ensure St. Lucie Public Schools is reimbursed funds for the cost associated with transporting ESE students that qualify for the federal Medicaid program. Parents of ESE children on Medicaid can complete the form allowing us to be reimbursed for the costs associated with transporting their students. Parents are not required to sign. We are only reimbursed if we have consent from the parent. This training session's objective is to educate all of our staff members on the importance of completing the Medicaid bubble sheets timely and accurately. This is a mandatory process and is to be completed by each bus that transports ESE students that qualify for the Medicaid reimbursement program. Bubble sheets are to be completed daily by the bus aide and are due on the 10th of each month to your area manager. If the bus aide is out, the driver must complete the bubble sheet. Your full cooperation is mandatory. Each ESE bus is provided a blue folder at the beginning of each school year. You may keep the blue folder for the entire school year. Inside is the instruction form, bubble sheets for the current month, extra parent consent forms, and a black pen. Each month, your new bubble sheets will be in your mailbox. Let's take a look at a bubble sheet. On the top part of the form, you will see the month, the year, the route number, and the school name. This information should not be altered in any way. Please do not change the bus number and do not make any markings anywhere on the form. If your bus number has changed, your next form will reflect the update. In the middle section of the form, you will see the day and dates of the month to fill in. To the right side of the screen, you will see the student name information, followed by the bubbles with A for AM and P for PM for each day of the month. Using black pen only, fill in the bubble for each day when the student rode your bus. If the student rode in both the AM and PM, both bubbles must be filled in. Then initial in the boxes below. Your full initials are needed. If anything other than black pen is used, the scanning machine will not count everything properly. On the bottom portion of the form is where you will print your first name, last name, and sign. Before turning in your report to your area manager, you should review all the items on the form to ensure everything has been completed correctly. If the form has errors, we will return it to you for the appropriate corrections. If by chance you made an error while completing the form and need a new form, you may see Debbie in the South Compound or Celeste in the North Compound, and they will be happy to give you a fresh copy of your bubble sheet. Now we're going to discuss some other form requirements. If a sub fills out the sheet, their name must be listed on the form along with their full initials in the AM and PM boxes, whichever route that they were present for. Students' names cannot be written in on the form. If the student name is not on the form, you can offer the parent the form to complete and they will be added later. Remember, you cannot force the parent to complete the form. It is optional for them. Much like an FEFP report, you cannot make any markings on this form. Do not cross out the route number, do not fill in a child's name, or leave any comments anywhere on the form. And if the student does not ride or has not rode, leave it blank. Again, please do not write any notes. Now, let's take a few moments to look at the form below. How many errors can you find? Okay, let's review the errors together. The first error is the route number is crossed out and written in. Remember, if your bus number has changed, your next month's form will reflect the update. The next error is the student name is written in. Remember, students' names cannot be written in. The student's name is not on the form, you can give the parent the consent form to sign to have them added. Error number 3, these bubbles were filled in with blue ink. Number 4, this was filled in with highlighter. Number 5, these bubbles were filled in with pencil. Number 6, there are 3 blank initial boxes. And error number 7, there are 3 partial initial boxes. Remember, each initial box needs to be completed with your full initials. Below is the parental consent form. Remember, parents are not required to sign the form to give us consent. However, we are only reimbursed if the parent does sign the form giving us consent. In case you missed it, let's recap. Bus aides are required to complete this form daily, and if the aide is off, the driver is responsible to do so. Use black pen only. If they ride in the AM, fill in the A. If they ride in the PM, fill in the P. If they did not ride, leave it blank. If a sub completes the route, they are required to fill in the bubble, initial the route that they were present for, and write their name under the initial box. Do not write in any students' names. Do not leave any markings or comments anywhere on the form. The driver or aide must print their first name, last name, and sign in the required area. And remember, bubble sheets are due to your area manager by the 10th of each month. All staff will be held accountable to meet the expectations set forth by the transportation management team. If you have any questions about this training or any other training, please speak with your immediate manager. Thank you.